In this demonstration, I'm going to cover the 3 key topics related to CSP automation: solving the Office 365 and Azure billing challenges, reducing costs by streamlining CSP operations, and providing a unique and valuable CSP offer. Microsoft is now insisting that direct CSP partners enable billing and provisioning infrastructure. Even without these requirements, the complexities of Office 365 monthly pro-rata calculations and managing metered billing means that automation is vital for accuracy, compliance, and efficiencies. I'm in my Safari browser and logged into Cloudmore as a broker. Under the billing menu, you can see that I have 2 options for CSP billing reporting. Let's look at the Office 365 report first. The date selector allows you to see billing data for any date range. The report is grouped by the same date that you'll see on your Microsoft invoice. As you can see, the billing data in my sandbox environment is not very detailed, so I'm going to show you some real data from an existing customer. If the setup is completed correctly, you can expect to find your Office 365 report to fully reconcile with your Microsoft invoice. In the green bar, we can see for this CSP, their billing date is the 15th of May, and we can see the total cost that Microsoft have invoiced them and the total amount they need to invoice their customers for this period. There is a line item total for each customer. This can be expanded to see a breakdown per subscription and a breakdown of any prorated fees. The calculations follow the CSP program billing rules, and the platform will do all the heavy lifting automatically in the background. This is a great view, but how do you use this data? You have the option of using the Cloudmore System API to pass summary or detailed data to your ERP system, or you can export the data to Excel for onward processing. We provide an Excel template that processes the data for you. With Cloudmore, our customers process their monthly O365 invoices in minutes rather than hours or days. Azure billing is done in a very similar way, and because of some improvements to the Microsoft APIs, we have recently completed some nice updates to the Azure billing process. Let's take a look. The first chart that we see is the historic Microsoft invoice values, with a hover over breakdown. However, this is where we uncovered some limitations in the API. We have made the month to date and monthly forecast an on-demand view. This is because the way Microsoft sends this data, it can be slow if you have a lot of subscriptions. You can see for the Azure reports there are 3 options. The most used option is the invoice data. This will allow you to download the data related to the invoices selected. Again, this will give you exact reconciliation. We also have customers who want to bill for a specific period, and this can be achieved by selecting Custom Billing Period. The ongoing report shows the breakdown for the month so far. Once the report is complete, you can see a breakdown by customer with costs and sales prices. Drilling down, you can see cost and spend by category. The export takes you down one more layer where you can see daily usage, and it also includes resource name, group, and tags. This data can be provided via API to your ERP system, or we again provide an Excel template to process the data for importing into your billing system. Most CSPs want to send a summary invoice because no customer wants to receive an invoice that is pages long. With Cloudmore, your customers can self-serve and can see their specific data naturally without your cost prices. To enable this, we have created some customer administrator roles that can only access billing information. Again, Cloudmore will reduce your Azure billing process from hours to minutes while maintaining 100% audit compliance. This concludes the look at CSP billing, and I would be happy to take a workshop with your data to drill down into more detail. But let's move on to the next key area. Next, I'm going to cover how to reduce your costs by streamlining CSP operations. CSP services are not standalone solutions. All of Cloudmore CSP customers want to offer a range of value-added services in addition to Office 365 and Azure. Managing a diverse selection of subscriptions with variations on pricing, billing cycles, contract length and renewal terms can soon become unmanageable unless you use automation to do the heavy lifting. I will cover how to add services into Cloudmore in the next section. In this section, I'm going to show how Cloudmore automation works for your customers and internal employees. So let's say I'm an account manager or salesperson and I have a customer who needs some new subscriptions. I'm going to log into Cloudmore as an account manager. This means I have restricted functionality and I can only see the accounts that I've been allocated to see. Cloudmore can also easily handle teams who look after the same customers. As a first step, the customer needs a quote. Using the quoting tool, I can build up a customized quote from the services available to this customer. I'll quote for a monthly O365 backup service, and I'll add a support contract. When complete, I can email the quote to the customer for approval, and once approved, I can use the information on the quote to provision the services. I'll find the customer, then the service I want to add a new subscription for. And now I'll add the required subscription. Depending on the provisioning process, the provisioning team or data center will be sent an automated request. Even more complex solutions can be provisioned in this way, removing the need for more expensive technical architects to be involved. The billing for these services will automatically be added to the billing report, and billing can be managed in the same way as I described for O365 earlier. As an account manager, I'm also interested in managing renewals for my customers. Using the renewals report, I can see which renewals are due. Let's look at my renewals during the fourth quarter. Now I have the data I need, I can start to process any of the customer interactions as required. More and more customers now want additional control that allows them to be a full administrator of their account, so they can self-serve by following the same process as their account manager. The main difference is that we have an approvals process for customers' changes. This could be for every change or changes over a certain annual value. I'm logged in now as a customer, and I'm going to show the process your customers can follow to add a new O365 subscription. Under my services, I'm going to go to my existing O365 subscriptions, then add a new one. Via the subscription selection screen, I can find the subscription I want to add. I can select the quantity and confirm the costs. Now we can see the subscription is held, waiting for approval. When I jump back to the broker admin view and review the approval requests, we can see there is a new item waiting to be approved or rejected. Once I have accepted this, it will release the provisioning notification and the process can continue. In order for your customers to be enabled for self-service purchasing, we need to ensure that they have been allocated the correct price for their available subscriptions. Pricing is managed in the price list, so let's take a look at how this works. Here we can see all my subscriptions for services that we have added or activated from the marketplace. If you sell in multiple currencies, you can choose which currency you wish to edit, and you can filter with a text string to find the required service or services. Once we have found the subscription we want to work on, we can see the cost price, suggested selling price from the vendor, and we can adjust your sales price either individually or in bulk by margin percentage. Prices can be changed for all customers or a specific customer. Also, for Office 365, we can do some additional price management. By going to the Service Manager, I can find all my O365 subscriptions. I can drill into the one that I want to manage. Here, I can manage add-ons, change quantities, and suspend subscriptions. I can also adjust the existing price. Changing the price here resets the subscription price back from the beginning of the subscription. This feature is useful during the setup process when you may import subscriptions partway through the subscription term. We can also see the subscription history to see a log of changes. This view of changes is a small glimpse into the full log of audit changes and helps support compliance and improving your customer support. So now let's move on to the last section in this demonstration. Finally, I'm going to cover providing a unique and valuable CSP offer. With more and more IT resellers becoming Microsoft CSPs, it can be an issue to work out how to stand out in a crowded CSP world. Microsoft wants its direct CSP partners to differentiate, and for every CSP, obtaining and retaining the biggest share of the customer IT spend is now the goal. Let's look at the differentiated customer experience in Cloudmore. The platform can be white labelled, including the URL, login page, splash screen and links, and branded with your logo and colour scheme. Again, I'm going to log in as a customer, and the first thing we see is the dashboard. The next page I want to show you is their e-store. This is an excellent place to market and test existing and new propositions. For each service, you can add your USP and information related to the service. To populate your customer's e-store, there are three options. Activate a vendor service from the broker marketplace. These services are ready to buy and sell. You should pay no more to purchase a service through the broker marketplace and pay nothing to manage it in Cloudmore. The second option is what we call pre-integrated services. An example of this is Microsoft CSP, and the next one will be Amazon AWS. These integrations are full commercial integrations. And as the commercial relationship is between you and the vendor, we have to make a small percentage transaction charge to support the integration. The third option is to use the subscription builder to create any product or service in Cloudmore. You can add products, one-off services, or subscription services, so they appear in your customers' e-stores. The customer e-store is going to help you stay ahead of your local competition and give your marketing team direct access to customer insights and opportunities. Once created, these services can be fully managed with all the e-store, assisted sales, and customer self-service facilities you have seen today. With the subscription builder and the other service loading options, it's possible to create a complete Nirvana solution where everything is controlled, automated, and processed in one place, resulting in a fully automated sales, renewal, and billing cycle. That's the end of the demo, but we usually get questions around pricing, and the answer is that depends what you want to do on the platform. Cloudmore is delivered as a SaaS service, so there are minimal startup costs, and your Cloudmore fees will be directly related to the transactions, and therefore the value you are processing through the platform. Please do contact us for more details.